Welcome to my list fairy. Today we're going to do another tier list.
Do it!
I still sound horrible because the allergies, they're still happening. It's England and it's the trees and the pollen or something. I hate it. Basically, I wanted to do a tier list of the Breath of the Wild memories and we're going to do it. This is a tier list that's pre-made on Tier Maker. I'm going to link it on the description, so I haven't actually created this. I've just changed the tiers basically. So at the top of everything we have perfection. Only the really good memories are gonna make it up here. Like, it has to be like chef's kiss to make it here.
Bloody delicious.
Then we have great, good, meh, and subpar. Basically, well, great and good are self-explanatory.
Well, duh.
Meh is if like it doesn't really make me feel anything. And subpar is like if I actively dislike it, if it's below the standards of the memories, or if it makes me angry. But then again, if it's invoking feeling in me, then is it really subpar, or is it doing its job?
Interesting.
I'll consider all these points as I'm ranking them. I haven't pre-ranked them, I'm just gonna do it on the go. So let's get going. Also, I don't know the names of the memories, but obviously I remember all of them, but I'm not going to be calling them by their official names. And these are all the memories that you get in the main game and also the DLC memories. So Champions Ballads memories are also here. Okay, so the first one here is when Zelda is trying to get a shrine to open up and she's really moody that day. And Link is following her around because that's his job, that's his literal job. And she's really snippy with him. She's like, stop following me, I don't need you to follow me around and protect me. Again, his job. So it's a cute scene in the sense that I feel like this is as close to an excuse me princess moment we'll ever get.
Excuse me, princess.
But she does not treat Link very well. But then again, she is under a lot of pressure. I'm gonna put this on the meh tier. Because I don't dislike it, but when I compare it to other ones, it's just not they're just not as good. I love the screenshot they chose though, like her face is amazing. The next one is the like post-battle memory where they're talking about the increased number of enemies. This is just Link and Zelda, and she's kind of like patching him up a little bit, and they're talking about how they're getting way more enemies lately. And there's like a Blood Moon music type soundtrack happening during this, so it's kind of implying that they're discovering that the Blood Moon is happening. I actually really like this memory. She's very sweet towards Link, and it's just a nice moment of them just talking about the situation, you know? And I think it's a good one. I'm gonna put that as good, because it's good. And it's not great, it's not perfect, but it's good. Here we have Zelda getting the Master Sword to the Deku Tree. This is a memory you only unlock after you do the Master Sword main quest, the Hero Sword, and it's such a good memory. It's so good. It's basically Zelda preparing herself to face Ganon by herself because everyone's dead. She just saved Link with her newly awakened powers, and she's gonna head out there and she's just gonna do her thing. And she tells the tree that she wants the tree to tell Link something, and the tree cuts her off, and the Deku Tree is like, shouldn't you tell him? Wink wink. And it's so cute, and she's happy-ish about that whole, like the prospect of seeing Link again and sharing her feelings. And I love this memory so much. And is it perfection? I think it might be perfection. It's just so epic. It's so good. Perfection. Here we have, this is from the DLC. This is Mipha and Sidon, baby Sidon. This is when Zelda's recruiting the champions. And it's a good scene because you kind of get the sense of the relationship between Mipha and Sidon and like how amazing it is. and it's just adorable, side and super cute. There's a bit of an awkward moment when Mipha asks Zelda like who are the other champions, and Zelda mentions Link, and there's like this awkwardness, but I don't mind it. I mean, it's part of reality, and I do like this one a lot. I think I'm gonna go with good. It's gonna be a good one, because Baby Sidon, good one. This one here is the memory, I had to really squint to see it, but it's when Zelda goes to the Spring of Power to try to awaken her powers, and that it doesn't work. She's very frustrated, and it's heartbreaking. It really is. I don't think it's as good as some other memories that are related to her powers being awakened, or her trying to awaken them, but it is a very good memory. I'm gonna put it on good. I don't think it's great. It's very good though. Like, it's almost great. Is it great? No, it's good. Yeah. I'm happy with it. It's good. This one is by that little horse statue fountain thing. This is a memory I really like because Zelda is like casually talking to Link about her horse, and it's, I think if you're getting the memories in chronological order, it's the first time that she's opening up in a sense and just talking to him like a friend, and she's not defensive, and it's just a cool moment. And it ends on a very serious and important note with her telling him that she's gonna go to the Spring of Power because she's about to turn 17. And I think it's just a great memory overall. I think it's very layered, so I'm gonna go with great for this one. I really like it. This one is, I mean, everyone likes this one. This is DLC. This is when Zelda is recruiting Daruk, and this is the dog memory. This is Daruk getting scared by a dog, and that's basically what the memory is. And I mean, please don't hate me. I'm gonna put this as subpar. It's funny, it's joyous, but when you compare it to the other memories, it feels like it adds less. So, subpar, I'm sorry. This one is DLC again. This is when Zelda recruits Revali, and I really like this because this, again, when we're talking about champions, I know a lot of people don't like Revali, but he is, without question, the most layered character. Well, not character in general, but the most layered champion. Even though your boss is my girl, you know your boss is my girl, my favorite, but Revali has a lot of layers, and I think this memory really shows because when Zelda gets there, he is killing himself trying to get Revali's Gale to work because he is the only champion who was not born with his skill, with his gift, with his power, if you will, and he's just killing himself, and you can see the vulnerable side during those first few seconds when he's just like, I have to do better, I have to work harder. And of course that there's a switch almost instantly when he's like, okay, people are here, and he turns into his like cocky self again, and it just goes to show that it's a front, it's like a defense mechanism. And I love this one. I think I'm gonna put it on great because it's probably the best job that this game does at layering out a character in so little time, because it's not the longest memory, so great. This is perfection. This is Zelda awakening her powers because she needs to save Link's life. This is amazing, this is perfect, this is beautiful. It's followed by her, well, the whole thing is amazing because literally, first of all, Link is ready to die to save her. He's literally falling to pieces, and he's like trying to get up just to protect her. She has no idea that her powers are even close to being awakened. She doesn't know what triggers it. She's hopeless, and she's still like, no, you go, don't worry about me. And she physically places herself in front of Link when a guardian is about to attack him. Like, the whole thing is beautiful. And then with the awakening of powers and the music, and then after she realizes what happened, her like holding on to Link's body, and then realizing that he can still make it. I don't have the emotional stability.
I'm fine.
Perfection. This is the King's memory. Well, not the king's memory. The memory that Link has of the king talking to Zelda. I don't like this memory. I don't like watching it. It's basically the king being a horrible father, and which is debatable. I know he has issues. He means well, but I'm gonna put it as a meh. I don't think it's subpar because it tells the story. It's very meaningful as far as understanding Zelda as a character, understanding him as a character, and their dynamic. But I don't like watching it, so I'm gonna put it as a meh. Because I mean, yeah, it's my tier list, and I can do whatever I want. This one here, Perfection. This is the final memory you get after you complete the DLC, the Champion's Ballad, and when you get the picture and you hang it on your wall, and then you go check out what it is, and you get the memory of them posing together for this picture. It's the most beautiful thing of all time, and it's perfect, and I do not get sick of watching it. Perfection. Okay, this one here, this is a good one. They're waiting, Link and Zelda are waiting for the rain to pass. So they're just killing time, basically, and Link is training, because that's what he does, and Zelda's rambling, and basically she is talking about how she was born into her duty as the one who needs to awaken the power to defeat Calamity Ganon. And she kind of does a little parallel comparison of Link's life as a soldier, because his dad was a soldier, and how he was born into that. And she's just like contemplating, like, was Link's dad not a soldier? Would he have gone down a different path in life? And she's just contemplating, and it's really interesting. Another vulnerable moment, and of just honesty between them. Obviously Link doesn't say anything, but he's listening, he's watching, and it's a really good one. I'm gonna put it on the good. I feel like it's underrated as a memory. I feel like people don't talk about it a lot, but it is a great one. Well, good. I didn't put it on the great, but I like it. It's a good one. This one is great. This is Zelda talking about like things around them that they're looking at. They're looking at like plants and flowers and stuff, and she's so excited. I think this is the most probably the only memory of Zelda just completely in her element and just being joyous and just happy with what she's doing. Like, she's not really thinking about saving the world. She's just like, oh, flowers and a frog, and she's all excited, and they're very like cute and flirty, and she puts the frog on his face and it's like, you should eat it. It's amazing. I'm gonna put this as a great, because it's such a good, fun moment, and I hope we get more moments like this in Tears of the Kingdom. This is when Mipha is healing Link, and she's talking. She talks a lot, and she's like, well, maybe once this is all over, we can hang out, you know. And I don't know where to put this, because I feel bad for her. Like, she's such a tragic character, and especially after you do the DLC and you read her diary, when she's talking about like realizing that she has feelings for Link and how like it's doomed. She uses the word doomed, and how she's like making him the armor and thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get the courage to give this armor to him, but obviously she never gets the chance to. And the armor symbolizes like an engagement, so, and up to that point she hadn't even told him she had feelings for him, so it would have come across a little forward, I think, and Link probably would have said no. But it's just, I just find the whole thing really sad. It's a sweet memory though. I don't know. I rarely rewatch it for like my own entertainment. But I don't know. Like, would I feel differently if I was like a shipper? You know what? It's my tier list. It's going on the meh. It's sweet, but thank you. I'm sorry. This one. This is perfection right here. This is when Zelda is recruiting Urbosa. They have the little moment like in the palace, and then they're just talking as friends and family. Really, they're family. I mean, not officially, but Urbosa's like a mom to Zelda, and we get to hear a little bit about Urbosa's history with Zelda's mom, and it's just really sweet. And then a whole action scene when they're attacked by the Yiga clan, and we just get to see Urbosa being amazing and epic and a queen of everything. This one's perfection. This one here, another Urbosa one, I don't know, this is perfection as well. It's not perfection, it is great though. This is when Link comes to Vana Boris and Zelda's asleep, so Link and Urbosa are kind of talking, well, Urbosa's talking to Link about like if Zelda's warming up to him and how is that going, and it's cute, and and then like she does the thunder thing to awake Zelda, and it's funny and they're laughing. So this is great. It's a really fun moment, and I love everything Urbosa related. So, this one, perfection. This is at one of the final memories chronologically before Zelda's powers awaken, and they're just running for their lives, and like Zelda is just hopeless, and she just breaks down, and this moment, and they're so vulnerable, and the hug and Link's face. Oh god, I need therapy. I really do need therapy. Perfection. This one, this is the Daruk memory that you get when you talk to the Goron City Elder, and you look at the statue. This is the memory you get. I can't even remember what they talk about, which to me implies that this is subpar, because it didn't stick with me. And I don't dislike Daruk. Like, I don't want people to think I don't like Daruk, and I'm just putting Daruk stuff in the subpar thing. But I don't even remember what they're talking about here. I think he says something like, "Oh, you're Zelda's like official knight, champion person. That's cool. Like, that's a lot of responsibility." And I think he just gives Link some advice. Yeah, it just doesn't stand out to me in comparison to the others. So I'm gonna put it at subpar. Ooh, this one, I love this one. This one's great. This is Zelda running from the Yiga clan and Link coming to the rescue. It's very quick, and there are no words exchanged, but I think it's the first time that Zelda realizes, like, Link is here for me, like, this is the real deal. He's not just a knight, like, he would die for me, and it's really great. It's gonna go on great. Also, the soundtrack slaps. This is the first Revali memory you get. It's basically Revali just being a jerk, and he's like, "Oh, I'll to Link, like, I'll see you up there then, on the Divine Beast. Oh wait, you can't get there because you can't fly." And he's just a jerk. It's funny though. I'm gonna put this at good because it's funny. Revali's funny. It shows it's a very like basic introduction to his character, I suppose. Not as layered as his DLC memory, of course, but still very good. This one's fine. I mean, as a Zelling shipper, I shouldn't just say fine, because obviously all their moments are amazing in my eyes. But this one doesn't stand out in comparison. This one, they're kind of just walking, and she's rambling as she does, and Link's behind her. This is very early on when Link would still walk a few feet behind her. Like, that changes as you watch the memories. Like, they get closer and closer together. It's very like intelligently done, and basically she's talking and he's just there, and in the end she's like something about the Master Sword, like do you hear the Master Sword or something like that. So it's a good memory in terms of like it's Zelda contemplating everyone's roles and the responsibility that each of them have. So it is meaningful in that sense. But I'm gonna put it on the meh, because I don't think it's that good. Again, in comparison, all of these memories are great. This game is flawless. Even the subpar ones are great. But in comparison, in comparison. Here we have, this is this is possibly perfection. I think I might, yeah, perfection, I think. Let me give my thoughts and I'll make a final decision, but this is when everything starts happening. So they see, well, first of all, Zelda comes back from the Spring of Power and nothing happens, and they're talking about like, oh, there must be something else. And Revali is especially frustrated. He's like, nothing? You didn't feel anything? And then it happens. They see the malice escaping from the castle. They see that it's happened. Like, oh my god, it's happening.
Oh my god, okay, it's happening!
And this is proof that I actually love Daruk. Daruk takes charge. He's like, everyone get to your individual divine beasts. We've got this. Link, you head to the castle. We can only do so much. This is on you. It's great. It's like he proves to be such a leader in that moment, and it's not necessarily expected. And then Zelda's like, I'm not gonna run. I have to be able to do something. So each and every one of them like come forward with their amazingness, and I just love the whole scene. It's very climatic and epic, and this is gonna go on perfection. Yeah, perfection. And this one, this to me is hilarious. This memory. This is Link's official moment, if you will. She's like swearing him in, and it's so funny because like they show Zelda doing it. She is not super excited, and the champions, like the way they're talking, like Revali's like, oh, this is ridiculous, and Daruk is like, oh, this is gloomy, this is cheerful, and the whole thing, they're arguing, and it's something out of a sitcom, and it's good. I'm gonna put it as good. I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's funny. I don't know if it's intended to be that funny, but it is funny to me. So this is it. All 23 memories, main game plus DLC, all ranked in the tier maker. I think I did good. Do you guys agree with how I did this? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.